Okay, I'm going to work on this video and show you how to set up an edpuzzle if that's something you're interested in. So the first thing you will need is a link from someone unless you're creating a brand new edpuzzle, and that would be a whole separate video, and I can do that as well. But let's just say that someone has already made one for you, and there's different ways to get to that. I'll show you that, but let's start here first. So let's say the person who made it put it on your Google Classroom as a link. So you just want to go to said link, and it's going to bring you to the link. Now, if you had an account, you could link this, copy it, send it straight to your class. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So we want to log in. You are a teacher. So I'm just going to kind of go through what it would look like if you've never logged in before, instead of going straight to mine. Make sure you put the school name, because then we can all link together if we're all making these during this time. And you can see each other's. You can pick math or science. I guess I would use this more for science than math, so we'll do that. Okay, so now I am logged in as a teacher. Now I have my own account, so when my kids do this, it's going to send it back to this account for me to see that they worked on it. It's kind of like Kahoot. It's not going to send a grade back to Google Classroom. It's not going to directly correlate to your Google Classroom, but it's something extra fun for them to do, and you can just go straight here and see their answers and see how they're performing. So just something different. If you've never seen an edpuzzle, let me just show you kind of what you're going to see. So the kids will watch the video. I do have it turned on so they can't skip like I am.
Only more extreme.
But once they get to a certain point in the video,
some light rain probably wouldn't count as severe weather, but a thunderstorm with heavy rain.
The video will stop and give them choices of these questions. And so you click on it and they push submit, and it lets them know automatically if they got it right. And then you also have the option of constructor response questions, and you could go in and see what they typed. But those wouldn't automatically grade like the multiple choice.
Rain and lightning
would.
Tornadoes.
Just in case you didn't know what an edpuzzle was, that gives you a little idea. They're super easy to make. I made this one for our 3rd grade science. So if I wanted to assign this to a group of kiddos, first I would have to add a class. So I'm just going to name this Miss Carline's science class. I want it to be open, which means they're just getting it like a Kahoot. They're getting a link. They type in their name, and I can see their answers when they're done. So now I have a class. It's open. Means they can do it whenever. If you wanted a start date and a due date, you could change this. If you don't want them to be able to skip ahead, make sure this is checked and push assign. So now I have this set up so that they can all go it. And once they start answering it, it'll show up right here like their little constructor response answers and everything. And you get that under your My Classes, but we can do that in a minute. So I want to share this assignment. Before it's going to let me share, it wants me to do that. So let me jump back over to my other account. I just wanted to show you how easy it was to sign up for one by going into that account, but that's not the account I'm actually using. Here is the account that I'm actually using with my kids. So there we go. Okay, so my content. Here is the one I just showed you. I want to assign it. Right there. Assign. There we go. Now, to share the assignment, I just need to copy this link. And then I would go over to my Google Classroom. And I would just do this as an assignment because I do want them to do it. And I do, so this would be edpuzzle hazardous weather. And if you wanted to grade it, you could maybe say it was worth 10 points just for them to complete it, and you could go over and see that they completed it and jump back over. Make sure you click how many classes. All of this stuff is going to be due next Friday. Weekly assignments. And I'm also going to have a rubric, like I showed you in the other videos, maybe completed, uncompleted, if I wanted to get into all those details. So I want to add my link. And it is there, and I want to assign it. So that was how easy it is to do it. Just make sure you're not using the link from the teacher Google Classroom and assigning that, because that was a teacher link. You need to go in to Edpuzzle, create an account, and assign it and name your class so that you can have your own account. The link in the teacher Google Classroom that I copied originally was for me to share an Edpuzzle with you. So you want to make sure you go over here and you get this student link that you assigned it. So let me show you what it looks like for them. For them, it's just going to pop up like this. And they are going to answer the questions. And they're going to go through the little video and answer the questions as they go. As you can see, they cannot skip. It will not let them. And then, after they answer, I'm going to pick one that it would show up like this. So these students have watched it, and you can see their progress. And you go through, and it tells you their little answers. And if it was a constructed response, it shows you what they typed. So it's just something different for them to do, and you could go through all your students at one time. Have your Google Classroom open if you wanted to respond to them, just like the Kahoot. It's a different website, but so they're not going to connect and talk to each other, but it's something different for the kids, and you can just drop in and check and see how they're doing. So that is how to use an Edpuzzle.